Well, hello folks. It is Thursday, March 6th, 2024, and I gotta adjust that damn camera. It is 8:19 p.m. Darn it. Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time. We'll bring this up a little bit like that. There we go. Okay, get a little bit center. There's that. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Turn around so I can see the screen. Okay. Well. Hi. We're back. And I'll tell you, it's been a hell of a freaking week. It has been a hell of a week. I'm very lucky to work where I work, because I was able to do my jobs I had to do, and I took part-time off about 3 times this week, which is, you know, if I get my jobs done by 1 o'clock, my day goes from 7:30 to 4, so from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock I can put in 3 hours of PTO and I can go home, which is what I did. And I got a question I'm going to ask on this video, and it's not, I'm not asking it this is not a channel where we're going to debate what you do for your life, okay? If you feel that you need to get vaccines every day, or every day, if you get vaccines every year, more power to you. My boss and his wife did that, and I'm telling a story why I'm probably going to start getting some vaccines myself after not having them for quite a long time. But I'm going to ask you a question. Do you get yearly flu vaccines? Do you get... I'm only concerned about anything to do with the lungs. I'm not worried about shingles. I'm not worried about... I don't want to even talk about that other thing that we just went through. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not, you know, I've had that before. I've had the jab thing before, the disease, like 3 times. It was no big thing for me, okay? So I'm not getting a vaccine for that. But I'm just talking about lung. Now, there's 2 big things going on right now as far as lung goes. There's always a flu. Okay, always a flu, but there's something new. It's called RSV. It's called respiratory syncytial virus. It's a little different, and I think that's what I got this last week. I think that's what I've been getting the last 2 times I got sick. But we're gonna get into that. So my question to you with this video is: do you still get your vaccination shots? And here in America, we go to the grocery store or we go to the drugstore. We don't have to have a doctor. Usually our health insurance will cover it, and we can get, you know, a commercially made vaccine like once every 6 months or once a year. I don't know what the frequency is, but I've been not taking any vaccines for a long time. I'm having a real problem with my lungs getting infected with something, and my boss was exposed to the exact same thing I was exposed to. And my boss is much less healthy lung-wise than I am, yet he did not get sick. He did get the symptoms I got initially, but they did not get worse. So, I'm just wondering if his vaccinations protected him from that, because what I just went through for the last week, and you can still hear it in my voice, I'm still going through it. I'm just going, wow, man, this is crazy. So anyway, what you see on the table here is how I got through the week. When I got sick, which was not this Thursday, but last Thursday, I was working at, my boss and I worked at some hospitals in North Carolina. We had to do some work. And at the second hospital, we worked there for a long time. And when we left, my nose was running like a spigot. I mean, just running. I mean, like I had, you know. But my boss's nose started running like a spigot too. That was on a Thursday. On a Friday, I didn't let up. My boss is a hardcore chain smoker, cigarette smoker. He takes blood thinners. He takes every pill known to man, pretty much, because he's on that, classic Western medicine thing. And his wife loves him. She makes him go to the doctor, and they give him pills, and he takes the pills. And he's tough as a rock. He's tough as hell. He's a great guy. And I'm glad he didn't get sick. Honestly, I'm glad he didn't get. But it's a lesson to me too. But so his runny nose symptoms went away after he smoked his cigarettes about, however many times. He probably smoked them 4 times for the next times I seen him, which was the next day. But mine accelerated on that Friday, and I went, oh no, I know what's coming. I'm going to get sick here. And sure enough, at 12 o'clock on that Friday, I could feel, my sinuses was already, it wasn't pressure. It was just congestion, a massive amount of congestion. And it was working into the back of my throat. And it's very weird because I didn't have temperature. I did not have a fever, and I wasn't disoriented or anything. I wasn't weak. It was just this freaking bacteria or whatever the hell it was attacking my virus, whatever it was attacking my sinuses and the back of my throat. And it literally burned a part of the back of my throat off, I'll go through the rest of that as we go through this. But anyway, so I took some time off on that Friday to get me into Saturday so I could get over this mess. Boy, Saturday and Sunday was a disaster. It was just a disaster. It just got worse and worse and worse. And I didn't have lung congestion come into it until about, I want to say Sunday night. And I called my boss and said, boss, I can't come in on Monday because I'm just messed up. And he said, okay, no, I'll just reschedule. So I took the Monday off and I got feeling a little bit more stable. My sinuses by that time had stopped running so much, but what I'd been doing from then, I don't even have it up here. I wanted to have everything up here. So anyway, I had a lot of congestion, and the number one thing about this seemed to be the mucus. I'm like going, where in the hell is all this damn mucus coming from, And one of the things I was doing, I'm trying to be holistic about this. I don't want to take shots, I just don't. I don't trust this shit anymore. I just don't. But, the thought of this shit's going to take me out if I don't take a vaccination is very real. So, I'm willing to give a flu shot a chance, if it'll keep me from getting this sick again. Anyway, and there's this thing RSV, which is a completely different item now. It's a new disease that came out of nowhere, supposedly. Which, if you're a conspiratorial person like me, and you saw what the Pfizer guy said to, what is that news organization? He said, well, we're working on altering viruses so that we can release them on the public and we can get billions of dollars from selling the vaccines for them. I'm like going, holy crap, dude. So anyway, that's what he said on camera. One of their guys that works in one of their major labs. Any case, here to there, I'm not debating all this crap. I just want to survive, okay? So when I got sick, I said one of the things that popped into my head was, well, chicken noodle soup's supposed to be good for you, right? So that's why I started eating chicken noodle soup. Bought 12 cans of it. I think I'm through. I don't know, I'm only through I already had some, so I probably had 6. But you can only eat so much chicken noodle soup. One of these cans, I can open it up and I can eat half of it, and then I can eat the other half later. Because I eat some bread with it and stuff too. So that was what I was eating for food, was trying to get some, kickback to my immune system. But one of the things I found out about using any of these over-the-counter remedies is that you can poison yourself real quick if you don't read the labels, don't read the dosing, and think you can take this and then take this and then take this, like together.
like some sort of cocktail, because the acetaminophen in them, the chemical, one of the chemicals is in them, it's highly toxic to your liver and kidneys if you overdose it. You don't want to overdose it. You want to follow the manufacturer's dosing. So if, for example, I take this, you know, I got to wait 4 to 6 hours before I take this, or 4 to 6 hours before I take this. I can't take all of this together. Now, these little things here, these are like, they don't contain the same thing, but I have to look into this. But I had a little reaction to these too, which was just amazing to me. I was like, God darn it, can I have one bit of relief? And the answer was no. No, you can't. You're gonna suffer through this shit and like it. Anyway, so long story short, so I got sick, and I held off as much on these as I could held off on them. These are old ones I had. I mean, this is the old Green Death flavor NyQuil, which is probably the best NyQuil they ever made, and it's awful tasting, but it does work if you're trying to get to sleep. But honest to God, I don't want none of this shit anymore. None of this NyQuil. That was the Green Death flavor. It was good back in the day. This is probably 6 years old. That's the Red Death flavor, which is pretty good back in the day. That's a brand new one right there, Dayquil. Which, you know what? I don't want this shit either. Okay? And this right here is the worst NyQuil product I've ever bought in my life. What I found out with this being sick is anything that has honey in it is garbage. Anything that has honey on the label is garbage. This is the worst, most least effective NyQuil product I've ever used. These two here. Okay? And now the Dayquil helped me a little bit. Coming from work, because I couldn't take the NyQuil, because NyQuil I assume had alcohol in it. I don't know if it probably doesn't, but I'm driving things I gotta drive and be safe. You can't be, you know, down in alcohol containing stuff. So, but this helped a little bit. But this shit right here, I don't know what the hell they put in this NyQuil with this honey, but I had such a bad emotional reaction after I drank this. I said, what in the fuck is going on with my brain? I mean, I had a depression drop out the likes I haven't had in decades. I said, fuck that shit, you know. But the thing got me was, oh, it's honey. It's got honey. Oh, it's honey. It's going to taste like honey. It's going to be sweet. It's going to work good. No, it don't taste like honey. It tastes like ass. And it don't work worth a fuck. So anyway, we're done with the NyQuil. I ain't doing no NyQuil no more. So, on the back side of that is this Mucinex stuff, okay? Which is a pretty good product, I gotta say. But it's only what it is. It's cough syrup. You know, they got the nighttime, they got the daytime, and I gotta say, it doesn't help me go to sleep. And I gotta say, it doesn't help this particular type of congestion that I have very much. It helps a little bit, but it doesn't help a whole lot. There ain't nothing helps a whole lot, to be honest with you, except for time. So anyway, that same day, when I was coming, I think it was probably Tuesday, coming back from work, and I stopped by the Walmart on the way home. And I think I took time off on Tuesday, PTO time. And I stopped by the Walmart, and I got 2 of these, and I got those 2 sorry-ass honey NyQuils. And I popped one of these suckers into my mouth, these Ricolas, and these are really good cough drops. They're high quality cough drops. They're a really good product. But whatever this is, that's why I'm saying it's not flu. Mucus, it just multiplies mucus like crazy. If you got mucus draining out of your sinuses and you take 2 of these, I had 2 of them in my mouth. I literally choked on the mucus in my throat. I said, Jesus Christ, man. This shit's making my mucus like 5 times thicker. So obviously, and I'm keeping these. I might use these later. I know these are quality, okay? So anyway. What you see right here is one of the most effective things I've found with whatever the hell it is I got. These are powder packets. What the hell is the name of that product? What the hell was it? It's right here. Here we go. Theraflu.
Theraflu. They're packs of powder. You put like with the K-cup maker here I got. You get 10 ounces of water. You put one of these packets in it, and you stir it up. You open it up. You stir it up, and you slowly sip it, and it kind of helps relieve congestion. It helps with the coughing, but only help for about an hour. And this is one of these things where you got to watch out about acetaminophen. About you can't take but so many of these in a row. If you're taking this, you can't take something else. You can't be taking a whole bunch of shit. Now, I used to love this product, Chloroseptic. This is a spray, it goes in the back of your throat like this right here. I'll show you. It has a mild antiseptic in it, and what it does is it cools and soothes the back of your throat. Okay, and it's okay. Now, Walmart has a brand of this, which is pretty good too. If you want to save half price on it, which is what you'll save. But anyway, I want to get back to this. These I had a 10-year-old pack of this in my cabinet. They used to have these in boxes this size, and I had 2 boxes of them. One was open, one was not open. I was using that at the beginning of this, and I was getting some relief. I knew it wasn't going to make me feel better, because my experience with this kind of disease is it doesn't go away. You got to let your body fight it. You got to let this shit kick your ass for a while, and your body gets on top of it, and then starts stomping it in its face, and then kills it. But anyway, so this was the name brand. This was the Theraflu, and this has got this is honey lemon flavor. Honey lemon flavor, my ass. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference. Okay. This is a plain. I don't even know what the flavors are on these. I don't even care, because this shit was working. This is just an offshoot of this. They probably make this. Theraflu probably makes this for Walmart right here. So that was nice. Okay. Now when things got heavy, I would go back into my cough syrups, knowing that once I drink one of these, I've got 4 hours I got to get through, 4 or 5 hours I got to get through. And there's a limitation per day of what you can do with these. I mean, it's funny they say you can have one every 4 hours, but they don't say do not have more than 3 in a 24-hour day. I'm like, so that would tell you that I guess only get 12 hours of relief. But what they're also telling you with that is, you've exceeded if you go past that 12 hours and you take one of these, it's got acetaminophen in it, you've gone past your recommended daily dose of acetaminophen. You're starting to damage your kidneys and liver. So if you take this, for 12 hours, you kind of just shit out of luck for the rest of the night, unless you could take these and get some relief. Or I drink a lot of hot tea. I drink peppermint tea. That's one thing. I didn't even put that up here either. Darn it. Where are you at? Show your ass, peppermint tea. Where are you at? Well, anyway. Now, here, I'll show it to you. Here you go. Where is it? It's here somewhere. There you go. God darn it. Peppermint tea. Right there. That's from great value. This is one thing that this is just as good as Bigelow. This is just as good as any of the other ones, and this is a great price for this. It's 40 daggone tea bags for I think it's like $3.50 or something like that. I drink a lot of peppermint tea with Earl Grey in it. I drink a lot of water, and it was a problem with drinking water because I was choking half the time. And it was just crazy because the shit was running down my throat. And I started gargling in the car. I had this weird feeling with this shit. That's why I say it's RSV. Because I never had this before where it felt like a damn spider crawling across the back of my throat. I was going, what the hell is this? And I took a couple of sips of water and I gargled. And I spit it out the door of the work van I was at. Spit it all over the door of the work van by accident. Didn't give a shit, you know. And that gave me a little bit of relief, which was nice. And later on, I went to Walmart again. I got me one of these, and I got the Equate brand of this too, which saves you another $2 off of this, I think, because it's about the same thing, okay? But it's this is the good old not so nice flavor Listerine that strips your throat off and causes everything to burn, right? Well, I want to get that mucus off the back of my throat. Little did I know that the entire back of my throat was burnt up. But I knew it after I gargled this. I woke up. But I gargled and I gargled and I gargled and I gargled. I gargled down low on the sides and gargled on the sides. Gargled in my nose and spit that crap out in the sink and went back with water and gargled with that, and there was some relief. And but that was pretty much how I got through these days. It was like that. It was just fighting the shit and doing the best I could do. Now, one of the things I found out as a holistic remedy was taking honey and taking an onion and chopping it up and pouring honey on it and letting it kind of sit and ferment. And then what you do is get you another glass like this, take like 3 spoonfuls of that, put it into the glass, make your tea on top of it, okay? Let it get good and hot, stir it all up, and you're gonna have onion pieces all in it. You don't want to drink that. Then you take a little strainer and strain it into another glass, and you drink that glass. And I threw the onions away. And I'd like to say they really helped me, or I'd like to say it didn't do shit, but all I can really say is that it didn't hurt. Okay, I definitely did feel some kind of effect. It was not overwhelming. And I had to laugh because my friend up in Baltimore, or Maryland, I talked to, he says, "Well, Phil, you gotta take it more than once. It's not gonna work. You gotta take it every day or whatever." You know. Okay. And this last time I drank it, I had 2 of these cups, half cups like this. And the last one I drank, I strained it out, and I could have swore I got all the onion out of it, but there was still a little piece of onion in it, and I drank that all the way down. And one little piece of onion got stuck in the back of my throat, back where that burn was. It would choke the living piss out of me, man. I was like, oh, God darn, this will not come out. And I used water, and I gargled, and I about half threw up. But the funny part was, after I was done with that, I started feeling a little bit better. But I didn't only just put onions with honey. I put a little bit of garlic in it. I put some thyme in it, organic thyme. I put some cayenne pepper in it, and I put some bay leaves in it. Mixed them all together, let it ferment, and it's supposed to be the whiz bang. Yeah, one of the whiz bangs. But I gotta tell you, man, this has been a rough damn. This is Thursday night, ain't it? This is Thursday night, right? So it's been a solid week. Yeah, it's Thursday night, so it's been a solid damn week. Now we're coming out of it, and I want to thank the good Lord for that. But, so you see this right here. You see what I've been going through, what I've been taking. And I just want to ask you, do you still take your flu shots? And I don't need justifications. I'm not judging you. I just want to see in my comment section, yeah, I take my flu shots, or no, I don't take them. And you don't have to, And if you don't want to answer, don't answer. Just say, none of your business, you know. But for me, I'm looking at going back and getting a flu shot every 6 months or a year, and a RSV shot. But the one thing I will say is, I'm going to ask first about, does this have mRNA or MNRA stuff in it? And if it has that in it, I'm going to say, nah, we're not going to take that. But I'm thinking about taking the shots again, the flu shots again at least. Because I could definitely see where this shit would take me out. I could definitely see where, and people say, well, go to the hospital, go to the hospital. The fucking hospitals are overwhelmed. And the doctors are taught to not give a shit. You know, they're told, look, if that patient's not dying, send them home. Yeah, give them a prescription, send them home. You know? I mean, and so, in the grand scheme of things, one last thing I will say is, from now on, when I go to the hospital to do work, I'm going to be wearing my blue latex gloves, and I'm going to be wearing an N95 mask, which is a special kind of mask that fits around the face, that is actually does something. It ain't like a doctor's mask. These masks they give you in the waiting rooms and shit, they don't do shit. They don't stop shit. So, I don't know. It's been a mess, but we're still alive. We thank the good Lord for that. I'm not stark raving Looney Tunes crazy. I gotta still do my taxes. To do that, I gotta go somewhere and get a loss statement. But boy, what a week. I mean, this was a fucked up week. I had my congestion in my lungs, which was after Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. It got better today, thank God. But Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it was like having lungs full of fiberglass, and you trying to cough that shit out. And I'm like, going, where the fuck is this coming from? And look, that's why I say it's RSV. That's why I say it's not the flu. I didn't have any real feeling of a fever the entire time I had this. I did get cold. I did make sure that, because we're in weather that's really bizarre. We're at like 25 degrees at night, and we're like 70 degrees in the afternoon. So the temptation is in the afternoon to not wear a coat, which is a mistake. Because you get into these situations where you go in and out of sunlight, hot and cold, and next thing you know, you're sweating, and next thing you know, you're exposing your body to a 40-degree environment, and now you're sick again. So, but like I said, I just want to know if y'all still take your flu shots, and do you have a place that a lot of you people are going to get them from your doctors, which is great. I think that a flu shot you get from a doctor's office would be, I would hope, would be higher quality, or at least a better quality than one you get at Walmart. But my boss says he gets his shots from Walmart. I got shots from the giant food store up here before. So, I don't know, man. I just know I don't want to be this sick again. And it cracks me up, because right now in the cabinet over here, I'm looking at something I bought about 8 months ago, which is an appliance for indulging in something I used to do when I was a teenager. But I couldn't touch none of that when my lungs as toasted as they are. I can't do anything that involves smoking. And my lungs are absolutely roached right now. But I'm not short of breath. I'm not panicking. And that was one of the good things about that the good Lord's taught me about being out of breath, is that you can go a long time on a small amount of oxygen if you don't panic. You can calm yourself down. You're gonna get through this. It's gonna be okay. Just don't freak the fuck out. I'm very blessed too that I have the job I have and that I don't have a bunch of other people around me that I have to respond to, because I can slow it down, just relax, have some faith, and get through this shit. So another thing, the reason I'm posting this too is just to warn people that we do have flus out there. We do have RSV, and every one of you folks has responded to this last video. And almost every one of you said, I had that shit for a week. I had that shit for a month. I'm just getting over that shit. I'm like, holy crap, man. Everybody's been sick. What the fuck? You know, we're deep enough in the video I can cuss. I was like, holy crap, man. We're like in a fucking flu apocalypse, you know? And God bless you folks for getting through it. We're almost on the other side of this. But I've been getting this issue with lung issue for a couple of years now, as far as not this bad. I didn't get it this bad. God darn, this last time was bad. I've been getting where, you know, you get this sort of exposed to something, you know, and you're down for a couple of days, but you come back up, right? Ooh, not this time, man. This was brutal. So, just want to know, do y'all still take your flu shots? Do you take them from your doctor or from a store you recommend? Do you really give a shit about that? Or are you like one of the people's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to live my life unstabbed, and the world can kiss my ass. If it comes against me, it comes against me. You know? So, anyway, I hope this might get banned off of YouTube for misinformation, you know, the way things are. But I don't worry about that too much, folks. I mean, I'm not going to be some YouTube sage. I'm just somebody living his life, telling you how it is, what's going on. I'm just really glad that, first off, I'm glad I took the time off so that I conducted myself in ways to keep me from being infectious from other people. You know, I was very careful about how I was around people and what I did and all that kind of shit. So, but boy, this RSV shit, if it was RSV, which is what I think it was, they make a vaccine for that, although I got to see some history on that before I take that shot. I'm not being the guinea pig for any shots, you know. And the flu shot's not a guinea pig shot. They've been giving the flu shot since I was a child, you know. So, I don't know. We'll see. It just feels better to be getting better. And like I said, we're very blessed where I work at. They gave us a employee appreciation day tomorrow, so I'm off work. I got off work early today because I was burnt. And I've been fighting this shit all week, and I said, you know, if every day I get a chance to burn up some PTO time and go home early, I'm going to burn some PTO time and go home early. And I'm not going anywhere where I don't need to. My friend, God rest him, God bless his soul, my friend who's fighting cancer, he wanted to go to Charlestown this last Sunday. And I felt it. I felt it coming on Friday. But he texted me on Friday and he said, you know, can you drive me up there? And I said, sure. You know, that was on Friday because I felt myself getting sick, but I was kind of like going, well, I'm going to be positive with him because I do want to, you know, hang out with him, watch him play poker and shit. I want to learn. Because I know how to play poker online, but it's not the same as when you're sitting at a table, you know, especially like a place like a casino. I wanted to see how it was done, right? But anyway, but on Saturday, I woke up and I said, man, this is really taking off. And I said, I do not want him exposed. And I'm going to have my hands full. I texted him back on around Saturday about 11:30. I said, look, we're going to have to reschedule because I can feel this is coming. I'm about to have to fight something here, and I don't want to expose you to it. And he said, okay, well, I appreciate you telling me. And what he probably went with his daughter or some friends, probably went up there, which is great. And probably had a great time. But like I said, I just want to know, do you all take the flu shots? Do you take all the shots? My boss takes all the shots. He took well, he said his wife made him take the shingles shot, when he said all the shots, I'm assuming everything. So you can fill in the blank there. But he also takes blood thinners. He's also taken a lot of medicines. He also is a chain smoker. And he's also a workaholic. And he's also a wonderful human being to work for. So he's fighting a lot of battles. But he's like a chainsaw Energizer Bunny guy. And his wife is too. That she don't chain smoke. But she works just as hard as he does. And she's got MS. And she's been through hell in the last couple of months. He's been right there with her. So they're doing great. And he got through this, whatever we got exposed to, good, which I was surprised. And I was happy. Now he kind of looked at me like, what, you want me to be sick? I said, no, I'm happy. I'm happy you made it through. But it taught me a lesson that maybe I need to get back on the vaccine shots. So anyway, that's where we've been at. I won't be taking any more of that NyQuil. I won't be making any more of this honey onion stuff. I mean, unless I'm gonna have to get real sick to make some more of that. But it was an interesting situation. But I will be putting on my N95 mask and my gloves when I go to work in the hospital. And if they ask me, I just say, look, I got sensitive lungs. That's all. Y'all use cleaners and stuff in here that irritate my lungs, so this will help. You gotta kind of fib a little bit. You can't really tell them, well, you got a dirty motherfucking place here, and you made me sick as hell and almost killed me. But so. And it might, who knows? Here's the deal. I say that shit, and I might have got it from somebody walking into 7-Eleven. Might have walked past me and went, as I walked past, a cloud of whatever they had went into my face and into my sinuses. And so there's no telling where it came from, but it sure did take a turbocharged leap when we came away from that hospital, that second hospital on Thursday. So I don't know, man. I'm just trying to stay alive. And I am going to get back on the workouts, even though it's been a month. It's been a solid month. What is today? Today is the 6th. So it will be, I think it was the 8th. It was the last time. It'll be 30 days since I did the workout. It's the first time I missed a fast in 2 years, but boy, oh boy, I knew it was coming. I said, you know what? This is no time to be not eating. And that's why I went to the chicken noodle soup. Which the chicken noodle soup, believe it or not, one of the nicest things about chicken noodle soup is when you're eating it, your face is over the bowl and the soup is coming up into your nostrils and shit. The steam, it really does help your breathing. And the hot going down your throat, there's something in the chicken stock that really helps your throat. So it definitely does help. So I don't know. I hope y'all stay well and don't get sick. But looking at the way the comments were, everybody got sick. But we're getting better. I swear, you never know what's coming, do you? But just try to get through every day and put a smile on someone's face. God's right with you. God's with me right now, ain't you, Lord? Thank you, sir. He got me through this week, and we appreciate him for it. And if you need help, you just put your hand on his shoulder and say, Lord, these are some rough days. Yeah, I told him, Lord, I got faith in you. Please don't take me away from here. I still got stuff to do, I think. Hell, that was, what was that? Monday night, Tuesday night? Because this shit gets,
this shit, you get better during the day. And then when you go, that was another thing about this RSV. From Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I didn't sleep in the bed. I had to sleep on the couch, sitting up like this, with my head like this. And I go to sleep for about a half hour. Now I would get up from the couch and go to the bed and lay in the bed. And I would wake up about 25 minutes later choking to fucking death. And I'd say, well, we can't do this. And I'd get up and I'd go over to the sofa again. I just got reacquainted with Prissy, my cat, because Prissy sleeps at my feet on the bed, and has done that ever since we got her. But because I was getting up and down so much during the week, she thought I was pissed at her or something anyway. But I said hi to her today. I said, hi, I missed you for a week. You know, and she meow. And boy, oh boy, I mean, this shit will fuck you up. If it's RSV, which is what I think it is, it just creates so much mucus and so much coughing. There is a trigger that your body knows that there's a virus trying to get into your lungs. It creates a trigger, makes you cough. And I was coughing 3 times every 5 minutes on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was exhausting. Now, it wasn't consistent through there, but there were times where that was going on for about 4 hours at a time. And then I just got exhausted, and I went to sleep for about a half an hour, and I got back up. And the thing that pissed me off the most of all about this was, when it started, I had lots of drainage out the front of my nose, okay? But this entire time, and this is why I think it's that RSV shit, this entire time I was not coughing up mucus. I could feel it in there, but I was not coughing up mucus. I actually got some of this Mucinex here, brand right here, and it's just expectorant in a pill. And I think it's out in the work van, because as soon as I got it, I downed 2 of the pills. I was hoping it would break the mucus up inside my lungs, and I could cough this crap out, you know. But I know what this is going to be. I've been through this. What this is going to be is, it's going to take a couple more days to clear off, and then one day I'll take a deep breath and I go, I can breathe again. Then probably that day I'll go back to that hospital, and I'll go right by Lowe's and I'll go get me an N95 mask. I got the blue gloves right in the front room. I'll take them with me too. But what a trip this whole week has been. And the thing that pisses me off most of all is these companies and our own government playing chemical change grab ass and throwing it at us and not telling us about it, you know? And I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm almost going to go back on the flu shots, because you got to have something, you know, or you're going to go through this shit. I mean, I don't want this to take me away from here. I can see how people who got the thing before, and how people get the flu, and how people get this RSV, they get to a certain tipping point and they don't get better. They just choke to death and die. And the scary part is, a lot of that happens in the hospital, because the first thing the hospital does is they fit you into their nutritional guidelines, and they fit you into their medicinal guidelines for your age, not for who you are, not for your health, not for
you know, how healthy you are, they say, well, you're a 67-year-old man, so you should be on statin drugs, so you should be this, so you should be that, so you should be this. And the first thing they do is they line up all these pills, irregardless of what your sickness is. You're like going, dude, I don't have a heart problem. I'm not obese. I don't need that shit. Well, you come to our hospital, you gotta take this shit. Well, you know what? Fuck you and your fucking hospital. You know? So anyway, I didn't mean to go that way, but that's the way I feel about that. That's why I suffered through it like this. And who knows, maybe I won't get a shot. I don't know. I talked to my buddy up in Maryland. He says, I haven't taken a shot ever, and I've been fine. And he has been fine. He's pretty strong dude. Yeah, little short fucker, like a 5'7" tall black guy. He's 70 years old, and he's like the Energizer Bunny of energy, man. He's a great dude, very smart man, and I admire his opinion very much because he's been through it. He's seen it, you know. But anyway, so here we are. God bless you. God's with you. You know, if you need his help, you just ask and he'll help you. Okay. Thank you for watching the video. I'm sorry this is going to run into 4 damn parts and be an hour and a half long. Please, if you're taking vaccines and you enjoy taking them and they help you, please take them. You know, don't let people talk you out of stuff that is already helping you. Okay. I'm just one guy on the internet and I'm just asking. You know. I can tell you this. I don't want to go through what the fuck I just went through this week. I tell you, man, it's been one of them weeks I don't want to repeat. I'm thinking about moving to Florida or moving to Texas. Someplace that has dry, hot heat all year long. Because I think part of this is when temperature goes into the 20s and you get this temperature inversion that you walk in and out of and your body gets hit with that and your lungs gets hit with that. I think if you was in constant hot heat, it would kill whatever this bug was. But who knows? I don't know shit. I'm just some guy trying to live, okay? Thank you for watching the video, folks. If I don't shut up, this thing's going to go for 4 hours. God bless you, folks. I hope you're doing well. And we'll see you on the next video. Peace. Have a great Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, folks.